What's up guys, welcome back to another new video that I hope you guys are going to enjoy. Today Otaku Sensei is going to be recommending the top 10 anime where a loser main character turns powerful as hell. And if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're new, remember to turn on notifications for more upcoming top 10 videos. Also, there's a link to Otaku Sensei's Discord server in the description. So join the Sensei server to chat and chill with other weebs and otakus. Now without wasting any more time, let's kick off this list. Before we begin, meet today's sponsor, Shadowverse. It's an awesome anime card game featuring great art with a fun-loving community with over 1 million battles a day. It's free to play on mobile and PC with pre-built decks. Between June 16th and July 27th, new players can redeem a ticket for a temporary competitive pre-built deck. Shadowverse has an amazing anime art style work and is fully voiced in English and Japanese. And it has real-time battle opponents from around the world alongside story mode with strategized mechanics. Also, it has 8 character classes and you can summon 1500 plus cards, and each card lavishly illustrated with jaw-dropping fantasy art. So what are you waiting for? Download the game using the link in the description below, and thanks for checking it out. Enjoy the video. In 10th place is Dragon Drive. If there's one word to describe 𝐿ᴇᴜᴜᴜ, it would be quitter. He can never find the motivation to finish anything and loses interest at the drop of a hat. This all changes when his best friend Maiko introduces him to the new game Dragon Drive. In this virtual reality game, each player is assigned a dragon tailored to match their personality and strength. Reggie hopes for a big, strong, scary beast, but instead he gets stuck with Chibi, a cute, friendly looking dragon smaller than he is. How disappointing. Except it turns out that Chibi is the rarest dragon of them all. Reggie finally discovers something he can remain interested in and works hard to train both himself and his newfound friend. Soon, this training will be put to good use to save the world, for there are people who have dark aspirations for Dragon Drive. In 9th place is Shumatsu no Izetta. After Germania invaded a neighboring country in 1939, Europe spiraled into a devastating war. During the war, Germania set its sights on the weak alpine country of Elstad. Boasting a far superior military and having achieved profuse success earlier in the war, it was expected that Germania would conquer Elstad with ease. Matters are only made worse for the small country when Germanian soldiers capture their princess, 𝐴ᴇᴜ Friedricha von Elstad, as she is heading to a crucial meeting with Britannia. Yet, when a concurrent Germanian transport mission goes awry, Izetta, the last witch alive, escapes. When she recognizes Princess 𝐴ᴇᴜ from her childhood, Izetta rescues her from the Germanian soldiers by making use of her magical abilities. Now reunited with the princess, Izetta pledges to protect Elstad from Germania, and with the last surviving witch on their arsenal, Elstad hopes to turn the tides against the imperialist war giant. In 8th place is Inuyashiki. Ichiro Inuyashiki is a 58-year-old family man who is going through a difficult time in his life. Though his frequent back problems are painful, nothing hurts quite as much as the indifference and distaste that his wife and children have for him. Despite this, Ichiro still manages to find solace in Hanako, an abandoned Shiba Inu that he adopts into his home. However, his life takes a turn for the worse when a follow-up physical examination reveals that Ichiro has stomach cancer, and only 3 months to live. Though he tries to be strong, his family's disinterest causes an emotional breakdown. Running off into a nearby field, Ichiro embraces his dog and weeps, until he notices a strange figure standing before him. Suddenly, a bright light appears and Ichiro is enveloped by smoke and dust. When he comes to, he discovers something is amiss. He has been reborn as a mechanized weapon wearing the skin of his former self. Though initially shocked, the compassionate Ichiro immediately uses his newfound powers to save a life, an act of kindness that fills him with happiness and newfound hope. However, the origins of these strange powers remain unclear. Who is the mysterious figure at the side of the explosion? And are they as kind as Ichiro when it comes to using this dangerous gift? In 7th place is Kaze No Stigma. Kazuma Yagami is a user of Fujutsu, the ability to control the wind. He returns to his old home, the noble Kanagi household, after being banished 4 years ago for his inability to control fire and his subsequent defeat in a duel at the hands of his younger cousin, Ayano Kanagi. Returning after such a brutal exile already gives rise to many conflicts. But to make matters worse, several Kanagi family members have recently been murdered with Fujutsu. This leads the Kanagi family, including the hot-headed Ayano, to suspect Kazuma as the culprit. Now Kazuma must not only clear his name, but also aid the family he shares a mutual hatred with in order to discover the true identity of the killer. In 6th place is Kotetsujo no Buneary. The world is in the midst of the Industrial Revolution, when horrific creatures emerge from a mysterious virus, ripping through the flesh of humans to sate their never-ending appetite. The only way to kill these beings, known as kabane, is by destroying their steel-coated hearts. However, if bitten by one of these monsters, the victim is doomed to a fate worse than death, as the fallen rise once more to join the ranks of their fellow undead. Only the most fortified of civilizations have survived this turmoil, as is the case with the island of Hinamoto, where mankind has created a massive wall to protect themselves from the endless hordes of kabane. The only way into these giant fortresses is via heavily armored trains, which are serviced and built by young men such as Ikoma. Having created a deadly weapon that he believes will easily pierce through the hearts of kabane, Ikoma eagerly awaits the day that he will be able to fight using his new invention. Little does he know that this chance will come much sooner than he expected. In 5th place is Yueki no Hosoku. The story starts out with the battle of the supernatural powers, a tournament to decide who will be the next god of the celestial world and kami. Each candidate, 100 in total, is required to choose a junior high school student to act as their fighter. The student is given a unique power and told to eliminate as many enemies as possible. The winning god candidate will become the new god of heaven, and the winning student will receive the blank zai, a talent that can be anything they choose. While this leads many students to thoughts of greed and selfishness, Kosuke Ueki decides to take it upon himself to win the tournament to keep that power away from those that would abuse such a gift. In 4th place is Akiba's Trip, the animation. Otaku siblings Tamatsu and Niwaka are shopping in Akihabara when it is overrun by vampiric cosplaying monsters. These creatures, known as bugged ones, can possess anyone they bite, and soon they begin causing mayhem across the city. As Tamatsu finds himself at the mercy of one of these creatures, he is rescued by the mysterious baseball bat-wielding Madame Mayonaka. Together, they fight through several more encounters with the bugged ones. But before long, Tamatsu is fatally wounded protecting Madame. With no other choice, she revives him as a high-level bugged one, just like her. Tamatsu and Madame, along with the excitable otaku cosplayer Arisa, make up the group The Electric Mayonnaise, and they begin dispatching the bugged ones in the only way they know how, by ripping off their clothes and exposing them to sunlight. In 3rd place is Berserk. Guts, a former mercenary known as the Black Swordsman, is out for revenge. After a tumultuous childhood, he finally finds someone he respects and believes he can trust, only to have everything fall apart when this person takes away everything important to Guts for the purpose of fulfilling his own desires. Now marked for death, Guts becomes condemned to a fate in which he is relentlessly pursued by demonic beings. Setting out on a dreadful quest riddled with misfortune, Guts, armed with a massive sword and monstrous strength, will let nothing stop him, not even death itself, until he is finally able to take the head of the one who stripped him and his loved one of their humanity. In 2nd place is Noragami. As a relatively unknown minor deity without any worshippers, delivery god Yato takes on odd jobs for only 5 yen, with the goal of amassing a fortune large enough to buy himself a shrine. But in addition to obscurity, he has another problem. His shinki, or weapon partner, has decided to resign, tired of being with a homeless god. Left with no weapon, Yato takes on more jobs, hoping to find a new partner soon. While out putting up flyers for a missing cat, Yato sees said cat and chases after him, right into the path of an oncoming vehicle. Hiyori Iki, a nearby girl, rushes to push Yato out of the way and ends up hurt herself. After waking up in the hospital, she discovers the incident has knocked her soul loose from her body. Realizing his actions caused this, Yato promises to help return Hiyori to normal for 5 yen of course. But in order to return her normal, he requires a new shinki, which he finds in the rebellious spirit, Yukine. And in 1st place is Kyokai no Kanata. Mirai Kiriyama is the sole survivor of a clan of spirit world warriors with the power to employ their blood as weapons. As such, Mirai is tasked with hunting down and killing Yomu, creatures said to be the manifestation of negative human emotions. One day, while deep in thought on the school roof, Mirai comes across Akihito Kambara, a rare half-breed of Yomu in human form. In a panicked state, she plunges her blood saber into him, only to realize that he's an immortal being. From then on, the two form an impromptu friendship that revolves around Mirai constantly trying to kill Akihito, in an effort to boost her own wavering confidence as a spirit world warrior. Eventually, Akihito also manages to convince her to join the literary club. which houses two other powerful spirit world warriors, Hirumi and Mitsuki Nase. As the group's bond strengthens, however, so does the tenacity of the Yomu around them. Their misadventures will soon turn into a fight for survival as the inevitable release of the most powerful Yomu, Beyond the Boundary, approaches. Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. Did you guys enjoy this list or find a new anime to watch? Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and if you're new, remember to hit the notifications button so you never miss any upcoming videos. Also, don't forget to follow Otaku Sensei on Twitter at AnimeBrownNet. I'll see you guys in the next one.